Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today let's see the last part of your chapter. That is presentation of data. All right. So we had now seen how to represent the data, the representative values we had seen, right? So what does the representative values do? They represent the complete data. We can find a particular value which will represent the complete data. Like we have mean, then median, and then a mode, right? We had seen these three values which represents the complete data. Okay, so all of them will lie between the smallest and the largest number of data, isn't it? Now it's time for us to see what is the steps you go for the data. This thing is, first you will collect the data. Okay, so any data, first you will get the data collected, and after you get the collect the data, you will organize it. Okay, let's see one example. Okay, I first of all I am going to the grocery shop. Okay, so I need to collect all the groceries which I need. Okay, that is nothing but I can say I'm collecting the data. Okay, so I've been to grocery shop to take all my items required for the household. Okay, which I know which kind of things I want, so that means I'm collecting all the groceries. So you can say you are collecting the data. Okay, what kind of data you want? For example, I am a class teacher of yours. Okay, so what the kind of data I need to collect for the whole class? I need to collect your names, and then every day I need to collect the attendance, number of students present. I need to maintain the data of all your marks. So all this is like I'm collecting the data, and I'm trying to organize the papers which I've corrected. I need to collect that and organize it in certain table, your marks. Okay, so first of all we will collect the data, and then we will go for organizing it. So once I got all my groceries from the shop, okay, when I reach home I will organize all the things in their places, right? So why do we organize the data? Why do we organize things? Once I come up from the grocery shop, I will put the salt in one particular place, and in the kitchen, right? So I know where those things are there, and I will label them if it is necessary, right? So all these things, when I'm cooking, it'll make me easy to get that from there and cook it. So this will save my time, right? So why do we organize data? We organize data to properly understand it. Okay, and it is which is needed for the future of statistical data. All right, after organizing the data, we are going to present it in a proper manner in order to understand it. Okay, so when I go for organizing of data, so only I will know that where to place it. Okay, I will organize it, but how to, if I give the labels for all the groceries, it is there is salt and this particular box, there are cereals in this particular box. If I give the proper labels, that is if I properly present it, okay, all the groceries and in the proper shelf, right? So it becomes easy for others also to understand it. Okay, and see, look at the data. All right, So this is what we are now going to study, presentation of data. Once you are presenting the data in a proper fashion, you use your bars. Okay, we are studying bars, double bars in your syllabus. Okay, and so on. After you present the data is analyzed. Okay, so this analysis is a bit complicated one. So say the future is all about data. Okay, so nowadays information for you, they spend a lot of money to get the data, and the future is very bright for based on this, with all the things which we do with the data. Okay, now totally future is all about data, you can see. All right, so we were at the presentation of data now. All right. Okay, so presentation of data, it is basically divided into three types, I can say, right? So one will be textual representation, next is tabular representation, and the last will be diagrammatic representation. Okay, so once data is organized, so you are going to present the data in either in the textual form, in the tabular form, or diagrammatic form. Okay, uh, best example for textual representation of data is your newspapers. Okay, so you see in your newspapers you get a lot of data, and this textual representation is useful mainly for large numbers, but quantities are less. Okay, so it will give you like the information for the reader. Okay, important points to be shown, and some bullet points, so and so data. Okay, so that kind of thing, it is represented in the form of textual representation in the newspapers. Okay, main good example will be newspapers. Now if you go for tabular representation, we had seen so many like marks are there. What is tabular representation? You have the table like this with rows and columns. Okay, so these are called as columns and these are rows, right? So you have rows and columns in the table, which you can represent the data. The best thing is this kind of tabular representation. It's good for many of the data, like I have marks to be saved. Okay, so I will represent in the tabular form as name. Okay, and then your marks. Okay, so in this I have name, all your student name. I can write serial number as well. Okay, or I'll take this as roll number, and 1 2, but so and so name. Okay, and with marks I will represent it in the form of table, right? So in this table I have 3 columns and I don't know how many rows. It depends on how many number of students are there. Okay, so many rows we will have in a table. All right, so tabular representation is this, which will have rows and columns. Okay, now diagrammatic representation, we had seen a bar chart. Okay, in the previous units. So diagrammatic representation will include your bar charts. Okay, in your syllabus you have bar charts, double bar charts. Okay, and then you have pie charts. This is included in your syllabus. And this maximum dual draw diagrammatic representation will have these things to be shown. So let's learn one by one this, how do you read the data, or whenever you are presenting the data, and that what is the meaning of that, how do you understand that, how do you study from that in charts and all. Let's see it, and let's plot some data on the bar charts as well. Okay, we had seen an example of a shopkeeper, right? He is selling the more number of in the bar chart it is represented, more number of oil packets were sold were that of sunflower oil, right? So by looking at the bar chart we can easily come to know that the no number of oil packets were sold were, that is frequency of occurrence of that of the sunflower oil, right? So let's learn one by one about this. Okay, first is your bar chart. So this one example I've took. Let's see for the bar graphs. Okay, so this is this example is for pictograph. So but we are representing in the form of pictures, right? So you have different trees, that is of coconut, then orange, banana, mango and apple. So coconut trees are 30, 35 orange trees, 25 banana trees, and 20 are mango trees, 15 are apple trees. So you want to represent this pictograph, you have already learned about it in your previous classes. I think 5th or 6th standard you may have learned this. I hope you remember. Okay, so what we are doing is, since you have so many number of trees, so you are taking trees in one group. Okay, so if I draw one tree like this, this represent, we are taking scale of one tree as 5 trees. Okay, this pictograph is what, one picture we are taking scale it as 5 trees. So we have 30 coconut trees. So how many 5 6 as 30, right? So if I draw 6 trees, that represents it is 60 coconut trees, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So each tree is representing how much scale? It is representing 5. So this is 30 trees you are representing in the form of pictures like this, right? So now 35 orange trees are there. So we are taking scale as 5. So you need to draw 7 trees. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is 7 trees and scale is 5. So totally you'll have 35 orange trees. So in this way manner you have drawn the pictograph. Okay, so this is called as pictograph. Okay, you have take the scale as 5 trees each, which we are representing in the picture, and accordingly for the given data you have represented the given data in the pictograph. Okay, so this is called as pictograph. I hope you have rebrushed this. Okay, I hope you remember this. Now the same, this how can I draw in the form of a bar graph? Okay, so let's see this. I can draw this same in the form of a graph, right? So I'll take, you know what is your graph, so I will take on this is called as horizontal graph. Okay, we can draw vertical graph as well. So horizontal graph you are taking apples, that is tree names over here, and the scale on the x-axis. Okay, so vertical graph is opposite, we are taking number of trees on this y-axis, and this names we are taking on the y-axis, x-axis. Anyway, so this is horizontal graph. All right, so in this how you are drawing this, you have taken the scale on the x-axis. Okay, so we have you need to just check 30 35 25 20 15. If you take one unit as one tree, you will not have proper space to be represented on your paper, right? So what you will do, you will represent, okay, each unit as 5. Okay, so this is 0 to 5, then 10 15 20 25 30 35 40, right? So you have how many number of coconut trees? 30. So I will draw this graph till 30, right? Similarly, orange it is 35. So I will draw till here 35. Bananas it is 25. So till 25. Mango and apple. So this is how you represent it in, this is horizontal bar graph, you can see. Okay, now let me represent the same in the form of vertical graph. All right, so I will draw here vertically. How do you represent this? So I will take each this unit as 5. Okay, and I'm taking it on the y axis. Let me take it straight line. All right, black. So this is my horizontal line. So vertical line. On this I'm taking all my uh, values as 0. Okay, 5, then this is 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, let me take till 40. 40, we don't have till 40 anyway. Alright, so now let me take this as 1 unit, it is 5. Okay, so till here apple. First of all, let's draw for coconut. So if I take this point for coconut, okay, you can draw a single line or a thick line as a bar. Okay, so coconut there are 30, right? So my bar will come till 30. So let me take a thick line. So this represents your coconut trees. Okay, now come to your orange trees. It is 35. So let me take, they should be of equal distance. Let me take this as orange trees line. So it is how much? 35. So I will represent it with line or or a simple line or thick bar you can take. Okay, orange, then banana, it is 25. So I will draw here, this is 25 bananas trees, then 20 mango trees. So here I'll represent 20 mango trees. Okay, and then apple trees till here 15. Okay, they all should be of equal distance. All right, so this represents your apple trees. So this is vertical bar graph. Okay, and this is horizontal bar graph, which is shown in this figure. All right, this is how you draw your bar graphs. I hope you have already known about this. It was just revision. Now maybe new for you will be your double bar graph, okay, and pie chart. Let's see in the next video how to draw this. All right, let's stop till here for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.